Hi, today I'll be doing a piano tutorial for God of Our Salvation by Phil Wickham. This is originally in the key of A flat, but what I've done is I've transposed it down 1/2 step to the key of G, and I've told the keyboard here to transpose it for me, so I'm actually playing it in the key of A flat like the recording, but I'm playing G chords, the key of G chords on the keyboard, and that just makes it a little bit simpler, also to, not only to sing, but also just on the piano. So. What I'm going to be doing today, I'm not going to be playing the recording along with this. I'm just going to be playing and singing along, just so you know where I'm at in the song. Just a few basic ideas for, potentially how to play God of Our Salvation. You don't have to play it just like this. This is how I personally like to play it. And so let's go ahead and start just with the intro. And so the intro is going to be really simple. What I'm doing is I'm playing octaves in the left hand, and I'm playing some inversions on the right hand. An inversion is simply taking a chord and it's moving the different parts of the chord to a different location. So for example, if I'm playing a G chord like this, I can take the bottom note and put it on top, and that's called a first inversion. And I can take this bottom note and once again I can slide it to the top, and then I can move that back up to the top, and I'm back to a regular G. So what I'm playing here is basically an inversion of G. So if you notice, it's very close to this inversion right here, and I'm just playing those two notes. That's most of what I do in the right hand is inversions, and I'm playing very simply, usually 2 notes at a time. Most of the notes I play on the left hand will be bass notes. So for that intro, it's going to be very, very simple. It's just going to be G, and then go to C, 2, 3, 4, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, C. And notice I'm playing the same inversion on my right hand for both of those. That's because it's a G inversion, and you can play a G inversion throughout the whole song in the key of G, and it will sound just fine no matter what notes you're changing in the left hand. You can use that for any song. You can play the right hand or the left hand for that matter in the same chord as it is written for that key. So if it's in the key of G, I can play a G chord in the right hand the whole song all day long, and I'll be just fine. It does get a little boring sometimes, but you can do it and it'll sound fine. So anyway, that's the intro. Sped up just a little bit. So let's go to verse 1. It goes like this. And come and see His glory, come just as you are. Come and hear the story of His heart. God so loved His children, He gave His only Son, that we might be forgiven. Death has been overcome. So that's the verse. Once again, very simple in the right hand. I'm just using that inversion until I hit the D, and then I just go to that right there instead of the G inversion. And that's just the first 2 notes of a D chord. So we go back to the chorus. Very simple again. Hallelujah, hallelujah, you are the God of our salvation. You have conquered, you have risen, you are the God of our salvation. So that's basically what you use for the whole song if you want to really simplify it. In the recording, they have that. It's kind of hard to tell if it's a synth part on the lead on the right hand of the keyboard or electric guitar. For the way that we do our bands, I'm leaving that to be structured for the electric guitar, so I'm not going to cover that in this tutorial. But the purpose of the keys in this song is really just to provide a foundation and to provide some simplicity. Something you can try if you want to add a little bit more complexity. When you go back into that intro, like between verses or whatnot, you can add something a little bit more percussive like this. just going back and forth between C and G. You can try that. That sounds really good, I think. Once you get to the bridge, though, I would recommend not playing too busily, on the keyboard, meaning don't play too much and make it too muddy. I think that the bridge is more powerful, just keeping it as it is with solid chords where they're written. So something you can try is octaves if you really want to mix that up a little bit. Let me just give you an example of how to keep it pretty basic here, using our same inversions that we've been using. So here we go on the bridge. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord our God, mighty King of glory, you have rescued us. So that's an example of just how to keep it super basic, super simple. Once again, changing that inversion of the right hand to the D at the end, like that. If you want, you can, like I said before, you can make it about octaves if you want to bring it out a little bit more, height to the song, I guess, some dynamics there. What I recommend is maybe using like a G octave, since it's in the key of G. Let's see what that sounds like. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord our God, mighty King of glory, you have rescued us. So that's another example of something that you can try with that. Once again, on that D, adding that F sharp in just to distinguish that, just make it stand out from the rest of the song. Those are just a few ideas, something that you can try. Hopefully that's helpful for you guys, and I hope you have a lot of fun playing this with your worship band this upcoming service or on your own. And have fun with this, guys. All right, we'll talk to you later.